How to think faster and talk smarter. The younger version of me used to always struggle with like spitting out sentences like precisely and concisely. I was always that type of guy in school, would always just have like small talk with his mates. I would never have those like engaging, fulfilling, spontaneous conversations with randoms, let alone with my friends. I'd struggle. And in times during school, whenever we'd have to present like oral presentations, literally just like a 3 to 5 minute presentation, I'd get the worst anxiety. I'd shit the bed. Sometimes I wouldn't even rock up to school to perform it. That's how like down bad and like afraid of like spontaneous speaking I was. And I just thought I was like born like this and there's nothing I can do to like improve it. And part of me always wanted to like start making videos, even when I was in high school. Like here, I was like 17, 18 at the time. But I just lacked the education. I lacked the confidence. I lacked the education that speaking is a skill and that you can improve it. You can get out of your comfort zone. You can grow. Just like going to the gym, you can become fit. You can lose weight. You can do anything as long as you like set your mind to it. And I just wish the younger version of me had this education because he was the type of guy who struggled with speaking. Even just like casual conversations with his friends, I'd struggle. I just didn't really know what was right and what was wrong, what not to do and what to do. I struggled. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my lessons and learnings, what like really helped me become a much more better like spontaneous speaker. I hope this can motivate and inspire you to take action. First off, why should you listen to me? Well, my name is Adrian. I've been training in the gym for 6+ years. I've experienced what it's like to both struggle to speak spontaneously and now be pretty decent at it. It feels purposeful for me to help others strive for improvement in all areas of self-development. Finally, I'm proud of the progress I've made in my journey and feel like sharing it with you will only help accelerate your very own progress. Quick plug, I'm currently doing one-on-one coaching calls. These calls are designed to help young men improve their confidence through tailored self-improvement strategies, specifically focuses on identifying your current challenges, setting actionable goals, and providing practical advice to boost your self-confidence. The link's in the description for those of you who are interested. And finally, make sure to subscribe to this channel to get these full-length educational guides more often on your homepage, instead of the shitty clickbait entertainment videos you watch every night, which provide you with no value, provide you with no education, just leave you feeling like, why'd I waste my time watching that? What a complete and utter waste of time. Subscribe to this channel, just purely educational content. My promise to you is that at the end of this video, you will not only learn about how I managed to improve my spontaneous speaking ability, but ultimately you will become equipped with the education needed to implement these learnings in your own life. So the parts of this video include 1. Dare to be dull. 2. Embrace mistakes. 3. Converse. 4. Choose informality. 5. Resist memorization. And 6, the actionable step. Let's get started. Number 1, dare to be dull. So, younger Adrian, whenever it came to spontaneous speaking, whenever it came to just like casual, laid back, shit talk, banter conversations with his friends, families, etc., I'd always overthink. I'd think I'd have to say the right words. If I make mistakes, it's the end of the world. No. You want to start developing the mindset that you don't really want to focus on doing it right. There is no right or wrong way to speak. It's just what feels like super authentic to you. The sooner you can stop trying to be perfect, the faster, like the sooner you're going to become better at it. When I started posting TikToks, as you can see in this video, at first I used to always try like stress and rewatch my videos because, it wasn't perfect. But then I came to an understanding and I learned that, especially with like just posting content, the more creative and free flowing you are, especially with like posting content, I came to realize that the more I'm just like being myself, the more I'm like not focusing on doing it right and just being me, the better I feel, the more natural and authentic I feel. You don't want to be perfect. There is no perfect. There's only literally one version of you who speaks like you. So there's no right or wrong way of doing it. Yes, I understand you still want to speak clearly, precisely, concisely, etc. But still, don't stress if you're recording videos and you don't really like how you sound, or you think the video is not perfect, you don't like your vocabulary, you don't like how you're pronouncing words, you don't like how you're like constructing your paragraphs and like essays, whatever. Just start, because the sooner you can start posting content, the sooner you can have the mindset of, I'm just going to be dull, I'm just going to be myself, there's no right or wrong way of doing things, the more creative and free flowing you're eventually going to become if you can just stick with it. Speaking is a skill, and this is a mindset which really helped me. Like, there is no right or wrong way. If I was to try and make the perfect full-length guide of recording this video, it'd take me 6 months. Frankly, I don't care if it's perfect or not. I just record it in one tape. Yeah, I might muck up a little bit at the start, so I restart it. But like after the start period, I just roll because perfect doesn't exist. If you're constantly chasing perfection, you're never going to get the results you truly want. So click the record button and say to yourself, there is no right or wrong way, as I've already said like 3 times. Click the record button or just do the oral presentation. It doesn't have to be content. If you're just more, right now, your goal is like public speaking at like events or stuff like that. Realize that you're not perfect, and that's a good thing. Because if everyone was perfect, we'd all be robots. You would never watch videos like this if no one had to learn what not to do and what to do with like speaking. We'd all be robots, we'd all sound the same, and we would just not be authentic. Dare to be dull, and you're going to make the most progress. It's such a good mindset change to have because this is something I wish younger Adrian could have, like 16, 17-year-old, when he wanted to start posting videos, but he was like still kind of scared because, oh, no, I don't have the physique yet. I'm not perfect. I don't look perfect yet. Even just like, it's the same principle with looks, let alone speaking. You just have to start because there is no right or wrong way. You will never look perfect. Take action. Step number 2, embrace mistakes. Failing is a good thing. Like, seriously, failing is a good thing. The times where I would, like, absolutely shit the bed in my oral presentations in high school and even uni, I could be upset. Oh, that was embarrassing. That was awkward. Okay. But no one's going to remember it. No one really, no one ever, like, truly remembers your mistakes with your videos, with your presentations, with your public speaking events, like at 21st birthdays, at birthdays, shit like that. The only real like person who remembers your mistakes is you. And that's a good thing because mistakes gives you the data you need to improve on. How do you think you're going to become a better spontaneous speaker if you're never, like ever, trying to make mistakes? I've made millions of hundreds of mistakes with my speaking. I used to swear so much. I speak so fast. Even now, I still speak too fast. But you should watch like my old TikTok videos. I used to swear like so much because that was like my old type of like speaking because I wasn't really being authentic. I was like, it's hard to explain. You know, when you get put in front of a camera and you like swear a lot, some guys know this. Like you just keep saying fucking. That was me. Sam Sulek used to do it as well. A lot of guys used to just do that because kind of lacking that nervousness and you don't want to be authentic. You're trying to be that tough guy. That was me. And that was a mistake. And without going through that, without going through all of the without going through those mistakes, I wouldn't be the spontaneous speaker I am today. So making mistakes is what you want. Stop being scared of making mistakes. And if you're constantly trying to be perfect, you might not make mistakes and you're going to be a robot. So you want to be authentic. Think of mistakes as mistakes because movie stars have hundreds of takes and tries. They record the same film same like scenes millions of times. You can say, yeah, they're trying to chase perfection, whatever, but it just shows that they're learning from every mistake they make. And when they make a mistake in when they make a mistake in a scene, they don't give up. They don't have their heads down and say, oh, I'm not going to finish recording this movie. I'm not good at, no. They'd be like, all right, that was a mistake. Take 2, take 3, take 4, take 5. They keep going at it. Now you can say, yeah, they're trying to chase perfection. I guess that's different, but you get what I'm trying to say, how repetition is good. When you make a mistake, don't give up. Say to yourself, I did this wrong. Now I'm going to do this instead. Damn, I used to say like and ah in every single sentence I used to say. Now I'm aware of that. Thank God I recorded that videos to become aware of that. Now I can improve my spontaneous speaking ability. Mistakes are everything. And honestly, like even leaving mistakes in videos, it literally makes it more authentic. So it's going to help you out even more. Maybe not with like short form content because that's like for bums and like brain rotting kids to keep their attention. But with like long form YouTube, if you want to start like posting YouTube videos and stuff like that, leaving mistakes in it is like literally better. If you're a regular viewer for my channel, you can see like my old videos, I like leave mistakes When I don't pronounce something right, I'll pause. I'll say it again. I'll say it again. I'll say it again. So honestly, you can't go wrong with making mistakes. It's literally the best thing, and it's another good mindset to have. So number one was dare to be dull. There is no such thing as perfection. 2, embrace mistakes. 3, converse. I used to struggle with this. Like, bro, I used to care and think that everyone, every single person is gonna watch and remember every single word I say for the rest of my life. And like, I need to like spit out my words perfectly because everyone's gonna remember it. Everyone's scrutinizing me as closely as I think. I'm so scared because everyone's gonna hear every single word that comes out of my mouth. No one remembers. People can't even remember the video I posted a week ago. People don't remember my oral presentation. People don't remember my 21st birthday speech. They can remember if it was good or not, but they don't really remember like the key. They remember like the key good parts, but they never really remember like the bad, awkward parts or like those specific words you mispronounced. Take a deep breath and relax. That's simple. No one is watching you as closely as you think. Everyone's like so stuck in their own heads, man. Everyone's worried about how they pronounce the next sentence. No one's thinking about you. You're not that special. Like, dead ass. You're not special, bro. And I'm not special either. We're all the same. It's good that you're not special because you can make yourself special. You can actually make a change. And if you can start to realize that every single individual around you isn't shit, what's stopping you from going like all in on your goals? Because when you can start to develop this mindset that no one's like scrutinizing you on every word, and you can have this mindset of interactions or videos are conversations, not performances, that's when you'll succeed as a spontaneous speaker. Performances are things which like drama performances, shit like that, which like, oh yeah, everyone will remember that performance or whatever. But speaking, no one actually like really remembers. They'll remember like your huge, huge iconic moments, you know what I mean? But like all this like long form content, long speeches, presentations, treat them as like conversations instead of performances. And you're going to kind of just be more of yourself. You're not really going to overthink as like much as you used to. How you used to stress so much when you had to go behind the camera, when you had to go in front of your class to say to like spit out an oral. You have to converse. You're not special. You probably fap 2-3 times a day. You probably fap before watching this video. So like really, you're not special. Conversations, not performances. That's how you'll succeed. Number 4, choose informality. To accomplish this performance to conversation reframe, you're probably thinking like, oh, it's easier said than done. How do I go from performance to conversation? My brain's going overdrive. It's too much information. You're right, but it's just too much shit. How do I do this? Adjust your use of language. So this is kind of like what I've already spoken about, but like in terms of like having this like conversation mindset, literally just be yourself. And I know this is easier said than done, but think of the conversations you have with your friends. When I speak to my camera, it's like I'm just speaking to younger Adrian, like he's in that like big group circle in school, and I'm like trying to help him and give him advice. So it almost just feels like a normal conversation with me. Like I'm looking at the camera, I see 16-year-old Adrian, he doesn't know how to speak, and I'm pretty much teaching him how to speak. I'm like that year 12 student speaking to the year 8 student. That's like what the dynamic feels like. So that's kind of what makes it casual. I'm adjusting my language to like make it sound more relatable. You know how I say like a lot, like bro, those like teenage words, if you want to call them. You don't want to sound like a boring math teacher. You don't want to be formal. Mainly, this is specifically talking about like content, I guess. With like speeches and orals, okay, maybe you can be a bit more formal. But in terms of like making content, because you clicked on this video because you want to improve your spontaneous speaking. You want to be able to just speak on the flow at like 20x speed so you can start recording videos and like not overthink. Make it casual. Think about it. In high school, when your math teacher was speaking, did you listen to him? Did he grab your attention? Did he captivate your attention? No. He put you to sleep. Like seriously, he put you to sleep. I remember me in like math class, I'd fall asleep, like period 4, the last period of the day. I'd fall asleep. So there's a lot of people who, when they make content or when they speak with their friends, they try to be too formal. They try to say what's like already been said, like word for word, which I'm going to touch on more briefly. Making your speaking ability more casual, so literally just more of yourself, and like adjusting your language to like more relatable words, like just honestly, your laid back words. That's when you succeed. And I understand we've been brainwashed and manipulated because I used to never think this. I used to, I'm going to be honest, it's like you get brainwashed in school that you have to be perfect, that failing is a bad thing. We've been conditioned our whole lives that failing is a bad thing. So I don't blame you for clicking on this video because I was the same as you. We'd go through high school, and if you were to fail a test, you're a failure, and there's nothing you can do about it. That'd kill your confidence. I went through all the high school and even like a bit of uni of like being the dumbass. So yeah, no shit, that's gonna make me stress. That's gonna give me anxiety. That's gonna make me feel like every single time I speak, I need to be perfect because being casual isn't good. Well, it turns out those teachers were bloody wrong. Casual is everything. When you can have this mindset that I'm not going to be formal, I'm not going to be that boring, fat, overweight math teacher who puts me to sleep. I'm just going to be myself because that's why my friends are friends with me. And that's why I'm sure more people around the globe will start to tune into me because I'm just being me. That's when you'll succeed. Make it casual. Stop trying to be too formal. And your ability to speak on the go, you're just going to be yourself. Like, if you already feel like you're pretty good with like having conversations with your friends, but as soon as you go behind a camera, you kind of like shit the bed. Imagine you're talking to your best friend. I remember I'd always have these times and like conversations with my friends at like their houses, and like we'd have like these crazy like 1 hour deep conversations at like 11 p.m. or like 12 a.m. And we'd always say after it, damn, only if this was a podcast and we could show everyone how much this would be worth, this like last 1 hour of conversation, because it was that like free flowing. That's what we used to say. But then I look back and like, yeah, if we were to have the cameras, if we were to have the podcast, like, yeah, we're doing a podcast, click record, we probably wouldn't be as like free flowing because we didn't know about like authenticity. We didn't have this education. We didn't have this video. You want to be casual. Stop being too formal. It's boring as fuck. Number 5, resist memorization. I would always write scripts word for word for like my TikTok videos. I used to do just like voiceovers, so that could like make it easier for me to write scripts because I'm not like behind a camera. I'm just like doing a voiceover with like clips running in the background. That's what I would do. And I thought this was the right way of doing it. And I'd always say to myself, oh, what am I going to do when I have to go behind a camera and actually like not follow a script? So I'd stress. So I'd keep coping. I keep just doing voiceovers and writing the script and spitting out the script. And yeah, at first, because it's different, no one's ever seen it before, like from me specifically, it'll do pretty well. My confidence will go up. But it'll come to a point in time where you can't just write a script for everything. Spontaneous speaking isn't reading off scripts. You see the people who at like 21st birthdays read off a script, and it's the most shittest, it's like the worst presentations ever because it makes you sound like a robot. It's not authentic. Like, it's not. I don't care if you write the script and like that was authentic, like you wrote it, it's your own words, blah, blah, blah. You're still reading something which is from the past. It's not in the now. You're using memorization to try and make you succeed, which isn't the most sustainable way of doing things. You can't just try and memorize everything for the rest of your life and like try be successful with speaking, with making videos, with confidence. Oh, say this to a girl and you succeed. Oh, on your first date, say this, say this. But like you try to memorize it, but it just makes you freak out even more because you're not being yourself, you're not being authentic. I would always do this. And I'm going to be honest, I look back now, it made me sound like a fucking robot. I cringe when I look back at it. But I'm still grateful that I took action because it gave me the data I need to improve. Remember how I said at the start, like, dare to be dull? Just take action because then it gives you what you did wrong or like make mistakes. You want to make mistakes because you can look back on them. Okay, I did this wrong. I sounded like a robot. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to listen to what Adrian said because he said do this and I'm going to do. See what I mean? Less authentic. Don't be a robot. Instead, what you want to do is you want to like maybe just like write down a couple cues. Sometimes when I record like my longer videos, and I guess even this, like PowerPoints, they're pretty easy. It's not like fully spontaneous because let's be real, I have cues on the screen. Writing down cues is good. It can help you. When I record like my videos with like my non-PowerPoint videos, I have like a whiteboard and I just have like three main points and I know how to like dive deeper into those points without like having to copy a word for word script. You know what I mean? So cues are good, but it'll come to a point in time where you actually will become like so good of a speaker you won't even need cues. If you're a noob and you want to start recording content, have a couple cues down. Or do these PowerPoint presentations because this is like a good beginner friendly way to just get your confidence up, to make it feel more stress free, a whole lot more like mentally less taxing. You'll come across as more casual as well when you don't follow a word by word script. Like you're going to try follow every word specifically for your whole video. And then you wonder why you struggle with spontaneous speaking, like when you're put on the spot. All of high school is just your ability to memorize. And that's not really like how you truly learn. You learn from making mistakes and just taking action. So please, I beg for you to just go out there, be yourself, be authentic, be casual, resist memorization. And you're going to be the most like, you're going to be one of the best spontaneous speakers in your school, in your town, in your country, whatever. These are the key steps which I hope can motivate and inspire you. Number 6, the actionable step of today's video is I highly recommend investing in the official book called Think Faster, Talk Smarter by Matt Abrahams. I literally have it right here on the side of me. Most of like the points I covered in today's video are actually like chapters in that book. So if you want to like dive deeper and educate yourself even more, I highly recommend like investing in this book. It literally only costs you $25. Life-changing investment. If you truly want to take your speaking skills to the next level, take action. What's stopping you from buying this book, bro? If I didn't read this book, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Speaking is a superpower. And if you can get good at it, if you can start to become really, really good at it, bro, you're going to be able to achieve everything. So that's your actionable step for today's video. Please invest in Think Faster, Talk Smarter. You're going to have no regrets. It's like a 200-page book. Bro, 10 pages a day, 20 days. 20 days, you can become the speaker you always wanted to become. Obviously, yeah, not instantly, but you get what I mean. 20 days and you're going to have even more education than everyone around you. You're going to be more likely to make mistakes because everything I said in this video, yeah, your motivation might be high, but like you're probably going to forget everything I said in like an hour. Whereas when you read a book, it actually like sticks with you a whole lot more longer. It educates you like even more because it's like a boring, slower process compared to me just like ranting behind a camera. This is more like, yeah, it's educational, but it's almost like entertaining for you because you like hearing me speak. Whereas reading a book, you're not hearing some like Greek arrogant guy speaking behind a camera. You're just listening to your own mind. You're forcing yourself to do something. And that's when you grow, when you force yourself. Not when you're laid back on your bed watching my YouTube videos. Do the actionable step, and that's when you're going to grow. I hope this advice was valuable and that it motivates and gives you the education you need to think faster and talk smarter. Leave a comment about your self-improvement journey down below. Like and subscribe for more videos about self-improvement. I'll see you in the next video. Whoop!